Hi everyone, welcome to the EcoLee channel. Today we'll be exploring the wonderful world of energy. Have you ever wondered where all the energy around us comes from? It comes in many different forms and helps us move, play, and even eat our food. But what is energy? Energy is the ability to do work or make things happen. Work is done when a force, such as the push, pull or twist, is used to move an object. Pause the video now and see if you can come up with any examples of where you might find energy in your life and what type of energy it might be. Write them down because you will have more chances to come up with examples throughout the video after we explore energy a little bit more. Firstly, here are the different forms of energy we will be exploring today. Heat energy, kinetic energy, light energy, sound energy, potential energy, and electrical energy. Now we will have a closer look at each of the forms of energy, starting with heat energy. Heat energy is the energy that is transferred from one object to another due to the difference in their temperatures. The hotter object will transfer heat energy to the cooler object until they reach the same temperature. You may recognize the way heat energy feels, like the warmth from a campfire, or the heat used for cooking some yummy food. Take a moment now and try and think of any more places you might find heat energy in action. Kinetic energy is the energy of movement or motion. The more an object moves, the more kinetic energy it has. This energy can be transferred from one object to another, such as when a ball is thrown and hits something else. The amount of kinetic energy an object has depends on its mass and its speed. You might recognize some common forms of kinetic energy, like when your legs move the pedals on your bike, which makes you go forward, or when your arms use kinetic energy to pass or throw a ball. Have a think. Are you able to add any new examples of kinetic energy to the list you made at the start? Remember, kinetic energy is movement, so try and think of things that move. Light energy is the type of energy that travels in straight lines and can be seen with our eyes. It can reflect and refract, which means to change its path. It is important for plants and animals to grow. It comes from sources like the sun, light bulbs, and candles. Light energy can also come from other objects, like a car's headlights, or from natural events like lightning. Pretty cool, right? See if you can think of any more examples of energy which might be light energy. Sound energy is a type of energy that comes from vibrations. When something vibrates, it creates energy that moves through the air as sound waves. These sound waves make your eardrums vibrate, which allows you to hear things. Just like the band behind me is making each of their instruments vibrate to make music. Sound energy can be loud and scary, like the explosion from a firework, or the clap of thunder during a storm. Or it could be calming, like listening to your favourite song. What type of music is your favourite song? Do you like listening to it loud, with high sound energy, or quiet, with low sound energy? Have a go of thinking of a couple more examples of sound energy to add to your list. Let's have a look at potential energy. Potential energy is like hidden energy that an object has because of where it is or what it's made of. Imagine you're holding something above your head. It has the potential to fall down because of gravity pulling it downwards. This is an example of potential energy. Potential energy also exists in things like batteries. We call this chemical potential energy. It waits until an electrical circuit is formed to release electrical energy. Other common places you might find potential energy is at waterfalls. The water at the top of the waterfall has a high potential energy, which is then converted into kinetic energy when it falls. there may be more things that have potential energy than you think. See if you can think of any more examples where you will find potential energy. It may be as simple as lifting your pencil up in the air. Finally, the last form of energy we'll talk about today is known as electrical energy. Electrical energy, also known as electricity, uses tiny little particles known as electrons to make things happen. We use electricity to power our homes, schools, and businesses. It's even being used to power this video right now. Electrons, which carry this energy, flow around circuits telling different things what to do. In other words, doing work. Electrical energy can be generated by changing some of the other types of energy we've learnt about today into electrical energy. For example, solar panels change light energy from the sun, wind turbines use kinetic energy from the wind, and fossil fuel burning power plants change chemical potential energy from coal or oil. This one might be the easiest to bulk up your list. Almost every piece of technology uses electrical energy. See if you can come up with 5 examples of something that uses electrical energy in your life. For those of you who have a good eye, you might have noticed that a lot of the examples we looked at today, and some of the extras that you've come up with on your list, do not belong to only one type of energy. For example, a light bulb uses electrical energy and changes it into light and heat energy. Or a campfire uses chemical potential energy from the wood and changes it into light and heat energy. One of the most important rules we must remember when looking at energy is that energy cannot be created or destroyed, only changed from one form to another. This means that when we use energy to do something like turn on a light bulb, the electrical energy does not disappear, it just gets transformed into light and heat. So this rule really tells us that energy is precious. We must use it wisely and try not to waste it where we can. Thanks for watching everyone. If you liked today's video, please don't forget to subscribe and check out one of our other videos. See you next time.